Yesterday, we received a message from him and from her. They tell us that they remain steadfast and strong, that they clearly understand the significant role in this struggle that they are called upon to play, and that they possess a clear conscience and their unwavering faith is firmly placed in God and in the people of Venezuela.
They trust Delcy and the team that is currently leading the effort.
And that they truly have confidence in us.
That was the message they sent us yesterday.
May this nation remain steadfastly on its path towards a future of true prosperity in God's name. Never in all of history, in those years, we could have imagined everything that history had in store for us. They never would have told me when I was 5 or 6 or even 10 years old that my dad was going to be president, and I wouldn't have believed it. It would have been a joke because my dad has been the president of the republic who did not want to be president. He became president because Chavez said, oh, it's your turn, Nicolas. But then, and because the people elected him 3 times for the position of president.
All of the policies regarding transportation. But what about those who are just moving about in that area?
Yesterday, we received a message from him and from her. They tell us that they remain steadfast and strong, that they clearly understand the significant role in this struggle that they are called upon to play, and that they possess a clear conscience and their unwavering faith is firmly placed in God and in the people of Venezuela.
They trust Delcy and the team that is currently leading the effort.
And that they truly have confidence in us.
That was the message they sent us yesterday.
The struggle, this arduous and challenging journey that is only just now truly beginning. The struggle.
We need to remain united. Let's not allow anything to divide us.
It's clear they're going to try to create division. It's absolutely certain they will try to say things to confuse the people. When that happens, political clarity,
Achieve ideological clarity and to seek reliable sources of information.
Aerial, a portable and telephonic system, an aerial tramway, rural transportation.
I kept asking myself about those truly terrible hours of January 3rd. God, give me a sign. And God spoke to me through the voice of my father in my head saying, what should I do? And he told me, join the people and join my team. Because that's what I would have always wanted for you. And we are making the right decision.
The world is watching in disbelief as Washington asserts control over Venezuela's government and oil resources in what critics call a brazen assault on sovereignty. United States President Donald Trump has now posted an image declaring himself the acting president of Venezuela amid a dramatic U.S. military offensive and the capture of the Venezuelan leader. The image appeared linked to recent events in which U.S. forces launched a large-scale strike on Venezuela, seizing President Nicolas Maduro and his wife in a military operation that has shocked the international community. Trump has since maintained that the United States will run the Venezuelan government until a safe, proper, and judicious transition can be achieved, drawing sharp criticism from foreign governments and rights groups.
And you have total safety, total security. One of the reasons you couldn't go in is you had no guarantees, you had no security, but now you have total security. It's a whole different Venezuela, and Venezuela is going to be very successful. And the people of the United States are going to be big beneficiaries because we're going to be extracting, numbers of, in terms of oil, like, few people have ever seen, actually. So you're dealing with us directly. You're not dealing with Venezuela at all. We don't want you to deal with Venezuela. American companies will have the opportunity to rebuild Venezuela's rotting energy infrastructure and eventually increase oil production to levels never ever seen before. When you add Venezuela and the United States together, we have 55% of the oil in the world. The United States is number one. We have them drilling. Drill, baby, drill was my campaign. And Doug and Chris, I think we're setting records on drilling right now and taking oil without Venezuela. That's how we're getting the oil prices down. The plan is for them to spend, meaning our giant oil companies will be spending at least $100 billion of their money, not the government's money. They don't need government money. But they need government protection and need government security that when they spend all this money, it's going to be there so they get their money back and make a very nice return. The plan is for them to spend at least $100 billion to rebuild the capacity and the infrastructure necessary.
On Sunday, Trump said relations with Venezuela are improving rapidly, pointing to major oil shipments and renewed diplomatic engagement as signs of a dramatic shift. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, Trump said the United States is now working along really well with Venezuela's new leadership, following the US-led operation that removed Nicolas Maduro from power. Trump revealed that Caracas has already requested a massive oil shipment to the United States, 50 million barrels, a deal worth more than $4 billion. Trump confirmed the shipment is already on its way, calling it a sign that cooperation between the two countries is moving fast. The president also signaled upcoming high-level meetings, saying he expects to meet Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodríguez at some point, and hinted at a possible meeting with opposition leader Maria Corina Machado within days. Trump said global oil companies are showing strong interest in Venezuela's energy sector, though he criticized ExxonMobil, saying the company's response was too cute. He assured energy firms that the United States would guarantee their safety and investments, promising there would be no problem operating in Venezuela. Trump blamed previous instability on past U.S. leadership, saying Venezuela's problems existed because he was not president at the time. The president also hinted at broader regional moves, including talks involving Cuba, though he declined to share details.
Are you going to go to Venezuela, or is Secretary Rubio going to go to Venezuela anytime soon?
We're doing well. Venezuela is really working out well. We're working along really well with the leadership, and we'll see how it all works out.
Are you going to meet with Delcy to go?
At some point I'll meet. Yeah, she's been very good. Look, she asked us, could we take 50 million barrels of oil? And I said, yes, we can. It's $4.2 billion. And it's on its way right now to the United States.
Have any oil companies made commitments to you, sir? Have any oil companies made commitments to the United States after your meeting on Friday, sir? Yeah. Which have Exxon, Fidel?
No, I don't want to say. No, I didn't like Exxon's response. We have so many that want it. I'd probably be inclined to keep Exxon out. I didn't like their response. They're playing too cute.
What backstops or guarantees have you told the oil companies that you're willing to provide?
Guarantees that they're going to be safe, that there's going to be no problem, and there won't be. There's not going to be a problem. They had problems in the past because they didn't have Trump as a president. They had stupid people.